we're very happy about this, and also thank you for being available, for having this opportunity that we can share together. Muchas gracias para esta oportunidad que tenemos para encontrarnos y con esta reunión para compartir nuestras experiencias y también caminar juntos como una congregación. The various experiences that we've had this period and projecting into the future is supposed to also help us to grow together as a congregation. Todas las experiencias que hemos tenido en estos días, en estos meses, en estos años, son experiencias que nos ayudarán a trabajar juntos y también a crecer como una congregación. And I think that especially this time that we're having this meeting this way, opens a new horizon for all of us. You know, the new horizon of knowing that other ways are possible besides what we are already used to. Nos abre una otra oportunidad y manera de hacer las cosas, esta situación que estamos viviendo, que creo que es positivamente mirando todo esto, nos da también esta manera de repensar las cosas, que creo que es importante, bueno para nosotros y programar las cosas que vamos a hacer en el futuro. The general also had told me that he would want to come in briefly and say a couple of things. You know, okay, oh good, he's there already. So he will also have time to talk with us. But just to say very precisely, so that I will give him opportunity and we don't extend too much, that in the month of September, we will have the meeting of the congregational meeting for the prefects of apostolate. And some of these are also a way of preparing already for the general chapter that is coming up next year. So we shall have also opportunity to present, you know, what we think is our own vision for the congregation. It can be presented at this meeting, which I have invited Father Rosa and I will participate in. We have a day that we have to give them some talk, and this will be included. And then the next point is also that eventually we also have to think about how we're going to move forward with the other projects that we have together. Tendremos una reunión importante en este año de todos los prefectos de apostolado de la congregación en el mes de septiembre. Tendremos un día con ellos, Padre Rosa y yo. Juntos podemos también presentar nuestra visión para la congregación en este camino de publicación, todas las cosas que hacemos. Entonces, mirando todo eso, creo que es una buena oportunidad que tenemos ahora para discutir, para dialogar, para compartir nuestras experiencias y así podemos trabajar juntos como una congregación. Entonces, bienvenidos a todos. Thank you very much. Welcome. And we hope we'll be able to get the fruits of this meeting together and have a good presentation for the congregation. Thank you. Over to you, Father Rosa.
Thank you very much. Is Father General there? Maybe we can listen to him now.
Yes.
Hello, Father Matthew.
You have to unmute him. He's muted.
Okay.
Okay, now he's unmuted.
Okay. Happy to see you all in this Zoom meeting. I'm in North Italy, and actually this is Venice. We came here and then I am connecting. Okay. I think this is an important meeting because for us, in view of our preparation of the chapter on one side, and on the other side, the changes that's happening, yes, particularly in the world of publications. Now we have a heritage from our founder, and different organisms have been trying their best. We have also the heritage, we can say, also in the East Asia for the Bible foundations and the initiative of this Bible diary, which has grown very much. Now, in these changing times, how do we keep this mission alive, updating or updated to our circumstances? Therefore, this discernment together is very important. On the part of the general government, we have taken this seriously, this apostolate. That's why one of us is accompanying you, and we have, I think that was quite good. My personal impression is that that brings us closer, the general government and the publication ministry, and by one of us being closely accompanying you. And the general government is very happy to do whatever possible, because this is a line that comes from our founder, and in this world that's important with its newness that is required. So I wish you all best for this meeting, and my prayers, my presence to all our brothers who are committed in this ministry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Padre. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for accompanying us. We know that you are very close to us, and thank you, and Father Henry. Thank you so much. We can now go to Father Prado. Fernando, it's your turn.
I have to put my microphone on. Welcome to everybody. My best congratulations for this meeting in this difficult moment, because it's interesting to explore our possibilities with the media. No? So first of all, I want to say one motto that Jean Paul II told us when the change of the millennium. He told us that we have to live the past with gratitude, we have to live the present with passion, and we have to be open to the future with hope. And this motto, this phrasal, was taken by Pope Francis when we celebrated the year of consecrated life. So that is my vision about this moment in the publishing houses, in the congregation, and especially in this publishing house in Madrid. Also, we have to look forward, backwards to the past with gratitude. We have to live the present with passion and the future with hope. No. So what about the past? You know that our publishing house in Madrid has next year is going to do his 50th anniversary. So 50 years working with the publisher, with the publications in this area specialized on religious life. Is united with the House of Buen Suceso and the Institute of Consecrated Life here in Madrid, and with the magazine Vida Religiosa. So we are doing a work together since 50 years ago. So in the past we have published a lot of books specialized on religious life, but in this moment in this new step on the evangelization, as Father Francis has told us in Evangelii Gaudium, we are trying to open the publishing line to other forms of life, no? In this moment, what are we doing? So you know that we maintain the line on religious life, and we are open to the popular evangelization with some of our products as Palabra y Vida or Daily Gospel in Spanish. In other line, we have opened a line of popular evangelization. So now in this moment, we are working for the new course that will begin in September. We have done the book of Daily Gospel, some books of our catalog we have in our booth because we couldn't publish and put in the distribution line in the month of March. In this moment of the pandemic, we have published some books for maintain our name in the market. Something with had to do with the pandemic. Some words of hope for the people. Little booklets for the people that have lost their family members, or that kind of booklets, like a service, a gratuitous service for the people.
Thank you, Fernando. Thank you very much. Barcelona, are you there, Joan? Hola.
Hola, buenas. ¿Me escucháis?
Sí.
Vale. Voy a hacerlo en castellano, ¿eh? Pues nosotros, desde la pandemia, básicamente, como también tenemos editorial y tenemos librería, lo que tanto, así estamos.
Ok. Muchas gracias, John. El padre Joan is from Barcelona. He's the one in charge there. And let me just say in English a few ideas that he said. First of all, they have editorial and bookstore, but because of the pandemic, they had to reduce personnel, close the bookstore. Bookstore opened only a few weeks back. They are now offering online some free chapters of the books that we're supposed to publish. They do sell online, and they are also doing some free offers, especially on the mass for every day. Regarding the future, it's a big question mark for them and for all of us. So they say that they'll have to wait and see if they can move a little bit faster given the situation. We go to Ferdinand in Chicago. Are you there, Ferdinand? So if he's not here, we will go to Brazil. Erlin, Rodrigo, and Aliston. Who is the one going to talk in English?
Erlin, the director.
Okay, Brazil. Le damos el turno a Facundo. Facundo, bienvenido. Welcome, Facundo, from Argentina. A new arrival there. Father Grillia is on a retreat. That's
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Father Alberto. Thank you, Father Henry, for the invitation. I'd like to thank all the brothers and colleagues. Like Father Alberto said, I'm here on behalf of Father Domingo, who couldn't attend this meeting due to a spiritual retreat in the province. So I'm trying to share with you a couple of points. I think it's very important to maintain in contact with us. So I would like to say that Editorial Claretiana has been in the business since 1956, about 60 years ago. It gave us a lot of experience in the religious books market and a long brand recognition among our competitors, our colleagues. Our claim is at the service of evangelization, and this like a north to us. It keeps on going in the right path. So 3 points, very little about our past. Maybe you have heard this phrase, this quote about our father Claret, who said, "Small books, short books for very busy people." So we create and we set this trend about 5 minutes collection. It's a kind of booklets with very short messages for each day. Second point I would like to share is we are also recognized by editing catechetics texts and religious education texts. This is another key area that we develop. Another key point is Tecora project. Maybe you have heard of it. Tecora project it isn't strictly catechesis, but it's religious education, and it is based on Laudato Si. In fact, we have nowadays we count with a special edition for Latin America, and some schools in Chile and Brazil are actually using it with very good results. In fact, Brazil made a total customized version of this project, adapting it not only to their language, but to their culture as well. So this is another of our features. And the third point is, as you always imagine, is Pope Francis, Jorge Mario Bergoglio. The year of 2013 represented to us the start of a new era for our publishing house because it represented the opportunity to be open to the whole world with our books, with our messages that we previously have printed or press editing to Jorge Mario Bergoglio, and the world wanted to know who was this man from the age of the world. You know? So it's the third feature of our publishing house. Well, we have about 45 employees. We have 5 stores in Buenos Aires, and we also ship through. We have our stores closed, our personnel is staying home.
You cannot hear very well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying that we have our store closed, and there was a standstill in our domestic and foreign market. It's like a pause in these markets. We got our events cancelled, and news or releases are suspended by now. But also, it accelerate our digital transformation process. You know, we kind of started to dig into ebooks, optimization and redesign of our website, and we straightforward to the e-commerce. So you can also buy our books into online. And this also made us to turn harder into social media, not only to sell, but to create community and to attend our clients and users' necessities. Finally, I think this is the way of the future. You know, I think this is a kind of a path we like to follow about applications development and think in terms of digital content and rethink a whole new business model to think that we have to prevent that the content to be locked in the books and we have to share it in a smart way.
Okay. Fernando, gracias. Seguimos conectados. Let's try now with Brazil. Erlin, try again, see if we can hear you.
¿Y ahora? ¿Me voy?
Ahora sí, ahora sí.
Muy bien. Hoy en el Evangelio Jesús curó un hombre que no hablaba. Creo que nosotros también fomos curados. Muy bien.
Let me translate a little bit fast the main points. They did something that they are very thankful now, which is to get rid of the bookstores and to the printing press. So they now concentrate on the editorial work and publishing. Since month of March, everybody, all the workers, working from home, and they still maintain the same number of workers. They are very low on sales because parishes are closed, bookstores are closed, but they are profiting from the secular world in Amazon and another virtual bookstores in Brazil. It compensates for what they cannot sell to the religious market. The government promised also to give some help so that the workers be maintained. And in the future, they are continuing, they do have programs for the future, and they think that they can go ahead with the work. That is the summary. Thank you. Let's go to Africa. Marcelinos, go ahead.
Yes. Good
West
morning.
Nigeria, Marcelinos, welcome.
Bon dia também. Good morning. Happy to meet all of you on this platform. And this is Lagos, Nigeria. Talking from the past, the history, the organism really had a collaboration with the brothers in Philippines. And I'm happy to see Jer here. And I want to thank him also for collaborating with us, West Delegation of Nigeria, in providing some Bibles, which helped us and helped our apostolate especially during the Sunday of the Gospel. So I want to thank Jay, and also I want to thank also the Philippines for that wonderful collaboration. We wanted to collaborate more, but we are looking for a cheaper price to help us in the apostolate, being young in this ministry. So we are looking on Rosa. I tried to contact him, and also looking at Bangalore later on for this wonderful collaboration. And then we made a wonderful leap. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, it was a dream since the Nigerian congregation started the Bible Diaries 30 years ago, almost starting with Father Ross in the Philippines. But for the first time, this edition, we published the Bible Diary in Yoruba language. And I think that should be the fourth in Africa, African language. We have to get the special funds because it is not available. We did that and we were able to do well, but like you rightly observed, the market was not wonderful. And then when we step in, actually in Nigeria, you start sales from January of the current year. So, but when the pandemic stepped in, everything was put to a stop. So actually, it affected us. But they are not losing. It was the future is still bright.
Joan, ¿entiendes el inglés como para seguirlo?
Sí.
No hace falta
So
traducción.
No.
yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Good. Thank you, Marcelinos. Is
Yes.
Francis around? Divine, welcome, Divine. Divine is in China, just joining us. Yeah. Bangalore. Big Bangalore.
Yeah.
Manoj.
Yes, present.
Hey, welcome. And Nelson. Nelson is at his side. Welcome, Nelson. Okay.
Thank you.
Go
I
ahead.
am Manoj. This is Nelson. He joined me this year in the publication. And due to pandemic COVID-19, our publication was closed for 45 days. And we opened our publication on May 5th. And we are working with the full strength. But as all of you have said, the business has gone sharply down. And the Bible Diary orders also have come down very sharply. And we have reduced the quantity of printing. And we have already started printing Bible Diary 2021 and also Daily Gospel. And it should be ready by 20th or 24th of this month. And because of close down and lockdown in India and in Bangalore, we were not able to transport our goods to different states and to export things. It has affected us a lot, and it is going to affect us in the future even. And because of the lockdown, people are not ordering as it was in the previous years. Order for the books has gone down very rapidly, and we are finding it very difficult to sell books now. And of late, we have started a new entity in our publication that is in the name of Claret Publications India Private Limited, in which we are selling all the religious articles and liturgical goods. And we have good response from all the people, and we have good sale. We started it on 5th November 2019, and due to lockdown, the sales of even religious goods have gone down, and we are planning to revive all our sales now. And regarding our workforce, we are 3 fathers working in our publication. We have 3 entities: Claret Publication, Indian Bible Foundation, and the new one is Claret Publications India Private Limited. And mainly we are doing all the sales and exports through our new entity, that is Claret Publications India Private Limited. And all the religious books we are selling through our Claret Publications. And we have 7 staff, and they have been working since so many years, and they are continue to work even after the lockdown is relaxed. And we find it difficult to make the payments because we don't have much business, but then we are making the full payment even now. We don't know how long it will go on, but we pray that everything will be okay soon. And regarding our future plans, we are planning to put our books in online. Like we already have all our books in our website, which can be ordered through our online purchase portal. And we are also looking ways and means to jump into Amazon and other online markets. And we are also planning to digitalize our books into e-publication format and to other formats so that it can be digitally made available to the people around us. And we feel that the readership has come down very rapidly, especially in India, and I think it's everywhere. So it has affected a lot, and we have to find out new means and possibilities to promote our publication ministry. And so we thank you, all of you, for inviting us and arranging this online meeting. And thank you, all of you, for your collaboration and the support that we receive in our province in Bangalore.
Thank you, Manoj. Thank you very much. And the second part of this meeting, you will have to talk a little bit more with Nelson and Gillo about the digital and the archive project, right? Later, when we finish listening to all of us.
I'm Ranjit.
Ranjit. Okay. Tanzania. Okay.
Yes, from Tanzania.
Okay. And then once, if you are around, get ready. Okay, Ranjit. Okay.
Yes, greetings to all. Actually, I am in India now. Of course, we are sincerely thanking the mother provinces, Nigeria, Chennai, and Bangalore, which laid a strong foundation, particularly in Bible diary work. Of course, we have crossed 17 years in 25 years of our presence in East Africa. This is the 17th edition that we have launched this year. For the 2021, already we have printed. It is almost ready. In the beginning, the history says father who was in charge, he printed only 5,000 copies. But now we are printing 95,000 copies in Kiswahili,
wow,
and 12,000 copies in English, and 2,000 copies in Kishona for Zimbabwe. And this year we launched into a new language, which is called Kikuyu. It's a tribe in Kenya. So almost we are printing in 4 languages.
Wow.
Also, we are in the future planning to print in Luganda language, which is widely spoken in Uganda. So pray for us that we may launch into a new language. Of course, there are so many difficulties, but we work as a team in different parts of East Africa, so it becomes easier. In the past, we were collaborating with TEC, which is known as Tanzania Episcopal Conference, and we have published also directories and children catechism book. And this year we are still discussing to print the Code of Canon Law for the first time in Kiswahili. So already the proofreading is going on, and hope by God's grace we will come out with a fresh new copy in Kiswahili language for the first time, the Code of Canon Law. We have not started yet YouTube channel. Still, we are planning, since it is everybody is coming up with the YouTube channel, so we are still planning for it. Also, we are planning to collaborate with the radio stations, because in Tanzania, in Africa, radio is still active. So for the time being, we work with 2-3 dioceses, whereby we give everyday reflections, we share the reflections, we share the readings with them, we give our voice. So it is also going on well. And one of the major challenges that I could foresee is we have printed already almost 1.3 lakhs of copies. Hope everything might go on well. If the pandemic issues get settled, the work will be successful. By God's grace, you pray for us that everything may go on well, and you are most welcome to Tanzania.
Thank you very much, indeed, very much. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Father.
Wonderful work. Wonderful work.
On the
Thank you, Father.
On the 34th year of the Bible Diary. Very good.
Thank you, Father.
35th year. Okay.
We are in the 17th year.
Yeah. Facundo, perdón. Facundo, ¿escuchas?
Sí, Alberto. Perfecto, gracias.
Wens, are you there, Wens? Next one is Johnson. Johnson, boss, go ahead.
Greetings to all of you from Northeast. In Shillong, it is raining and we have a magnificent weather here.
Okay.
Publishing works in Northeast is relatively new and we are at the beginning stages. Still, we are doing some small projects and small initiatives. We have Bible diaries in 2 languages. In one language, we have been printing 6,000. So next year, we are going to 10,000 because there was a huge demand because we have revised and modified the previous editions. And in another language, in Garo, it's going to be in the second year, another 6,000 copies we are going to print. And another initiative that we have taken, because the publishing work is basically limited to some Bible ministry and apostolate related to Word of God. We have initiated a Bible correspondence course here in one local language and in English. It is supposed to be a 2-year course with 24 books, which will be covered in 2 years. Everything was ready. It was supposed to be launched in the month of June, but the pandemic blocked everything. But sooner or later, when it is open, we hope to launch it. The books and all the materials are ready. We also launched a 6-semester, 3-year-old biblical theology course. We started actually in the last March, and we managed the first semester, and then we are held up. So we hope to take forward even that project. And then we have publishing of Bible materials for short biblical courses for parish groups, for people and for children. And during this pandemic, we managed to publish and distribute daily Lectio Divina to help the families and the communities, and catechism, biblical catechism based on the Sunday readings on every Sunday to serve the needs of the children in different places. And now we are also grateful to Father Manoj from Bangalore for extending all possible collaboration, and he is willing to help us in every way possible. Thanks to all of you, and thanks for inviting our little efforts also to be part of this publishing works.
Thank you, Johnson. Thank you very much. Keep up. Very good. Thank you. Next one, Ranchi, are you there?
With the view of publishing Bible diaries from Chennai province. And first time in 2003, we published the Bible diary with 1,000 copies. It was very few, and then we could circulate it among religious people, priests. But now, this year, we'll be publishing to 18th edition of our Bible diaries. Now it is being circulated above 30,000 copies, but we have many problems with regards to transportation and so on. Basically, we go to different parishes by ourselves, taking our own vehicles, carrying the Bible diaries to the interior villages, and then we go and distribute the Bible diaries. Sometimes we are not able to get the printing cost also. That's it. It goes with the mission. It goes with the mission. Also, we are publishing various religious books and booklets, mainly of novenas and small prayers like rosaries in vernacular languages, which also attracts more than, I think, 50,000 copies have been sold, like rosary itself, which with scriptural references. And so we are limited with the small versions of the copies, like our novenas also will contain only 26 leaflets, like that. And our publication also has another part of Book Center, where we also supply religious articles. In a way, it also helps us to publish our own books. When we print, from here only the books are being circulated. But then now we are at the juncture where everywhere transportation is missing. We don't know what is going to happen next, how we are going to circulate. We still are hoping to have around 27,000 of new published Hindi Bible diary.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Keep up. Okay, let's hear now from Chennai. Guys from Chennai there. Rayapan Inachi. Welcome.
Dear fathers, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Avan Gredis from Claret Communication, Chennai. First of all, I thank you all for connecting this online meeting. This is Father Rayapan who has joined with me. We to do printing Tamil Christian Bible with the commentary, Bible diary, children Bible diary, books, and YouTube ministry in which we give short homily, short Tamil homily, that is for 3 minutes, and Sunday homily, Sunday mass, adoration. These are the ministry we do. And we plan to strengthen the YouTube ministry, which people welcome us, and it has reached about 1,500 viewers. They appreciate us. And this present time, COVID-19, we are not able to many work, not able to go anywhere, could not open the shops, people could not come. But then we sat inside and prepared the Bible diary work for 2021. Now almost everything is ready. They are going to print that Tamil Bible diary for 2021.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jay, Philippines. St. Thomas. Wait.
St. Thomas, Father.
We're still in India. Okay. All right. St. Thomas. Yes. Palati. Welcome.
Thank you, fathers. Most part of the meeting I could not hear. I could hear only from the sharing of Bangalore province. I'm very happy to hear about the sharings of our fathers. Great works our fathers are doing at different parts of the world. Am I audible? St. Thomas province do not have an established publication wing like all of you have, but we are on with little little initiatives in the social media like YouTube, Facebook, etc. Like we have our Ignazi was sharing our daily gospel reflections, Sunday reflections, and also some prayer reflections on some special occasions like Easter or other feast days. Therefore, even that we have just started off. We have to go a long way. That's all that I have to share with regard to the ministry here.
We are thankful for your participation and your sharing, and we hope that St. Thomas will take the lead also and imitate
sure.
in India, okay? Yeah.
Definitely.
All
Thank
right.
you, Father.
Okay. We listen to the Philippines now, finally, Jay. Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everyone from the Philippines. We are sharing with you in your prayers, especially in this time. The Claretian Publications in the Philippines is now going to celebrate its 40th year in 2021. And as Father Rosav shared, the Bible Diary is now on its 35th year. In those years, we were able to establish the Vietnamese language, the Bible Diary, around 5 years ago. And hopefully, as the government, we will have our own Vietnamese Claretian Publications joining us perhaps next year in these types of meeting. As soon as they get formally recognized by the government and establish their publishing ministry also in Vietnam. Also, last 2 years ago, Myanmar started the Bible Diary. It's now in its second year. It's distributing well because it's in their language. Cardinal Bo enjoyed it so much. In fact, he's almost the one promoting it for Myanmar. This year, I believe they're going to increase their printing to around 6,000 copies, and we are still helping them to develop this ministry in Myanmar. To share to you our experience during this pandemic, in the Philippines, we have closed the office and operations last March 15, and the ministry was closed for 2 months. But we have tried to create a program for the employees. We called it CCFI Care, or COVID Assistance and Response for COVID response and assistance for employees. And we have tried to continue using our savings to give them their salary during these months, so they are still with us. Also, we were able to open and get back into operation on May 16 because the government allowed the publishing industry to go back only on May 16 because it is not considered as an essential industry. We have operated at 50% capacity and others were working at home. Just this June 1, we've decided to increase operation to 75% and started to go deliver the orders that were pending. Gratefully, we were able to still distribute because there are still a lot of schools who needs the Bible, who needs the other books attributing. In fact, now we have just increased our orders in order to catch up with the demands of the school year. During the year, we were forced to open shops. We have to participate in the local online shops, Lazada and Shopee. So sales are still starting, but it is doing well for us. Next year, as a future project, next year the Philippine Church will be celebrating 500 years of Christianity. We are participating in that celebration through helping the church in the southern part of the Philippines develop a new Cebuano sacramentary. The altar books in Cebuano, we're trying to help them with that. It's now around 60% complete, and Bishop is very happy to know that we are opening our services in the ministry. This year also, as a future of the Ministry of Publishing, our Board of Trustees will be meeting in order to talk again on the vision mission of the Claretian Publications in the Philippines, especially that we're celebrating 40 years. And the Provincial Superior is spearheading this vision mission review, trying to consider the congregation's desire that we become Claretian Publications that goes forth. In that light, the Board of Trustees of the publication is drafting a new vision mission for us. These are the developments and some projects that we're doing. We're helping our new online platforms, digital formats, and some work that we do for the province, rather the general government. So we thank all of you for helping us. Oh, the province also sends their regards to Father in Nigeria. We were happy to send them their Bibles, and we're happy that
thank you.
Yes, I am extending your gratitude to the Father Provincial who approved everything.
And we are coming back,
including the shipment cost. Okay, that's all from the Philippines, Fathers.
Okay, thank you very much, Jay. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Proud of you. Wens, try now, see if we can hear you. Wens. Hello, Wens.
Yeah, so I'm reporting from Owerri in Nigeria, Clacom, Claretian Communication. A brief report about our activities, the Claretian Communications, and how to do about the publications of the province. We seem to work with a couple of lay people who act as agents and distributors. And our major activity centers around the Bible Diary. We have the challenge of making sure the Bible Diary comes out early enough. We try to cover as many places in Nigeria and try to get to places that have not been covered previously before. So it's a kudos to the Claretians that our ministry is positive. People like it, and people want to do what we do. So we have many commentaries on the readings every day from different congregations, like the Missionary Society of St. Paul. We have from different dioceses doing what we do. But us, still the original, because we started it. We also have groups like the Knights of St. Mulumba, the Knights of St. John, and some laity councils who publish the Bible Diary through us. So we prepare the commentaries and the readings and the reflections but we have a customized edition for this group. So the front cover comes with the Knights of Lumumba, but the commentaries and the readings are our editorial work. So we have a larger coverage, but not carrying the Claret emblem in front, but maybe like the publishers. So we seem to have become a popular mission in the Bible Diary, and we're doing well. Every year we have increased number of publications, and we had to increase the number of agents and distributors to enable us to meet the demand. So every year we seem to come short of what people want from us, despite the fact that we have other people who publish Bible diaries, but the Claret Bible Diary is still in high demand. We had all our Bible diaries sold out as early as December, January this year, but we're having a challenge of collecting the money because we distribute to bookshops and groups and organizations. But they are also that, so we hope we're able to recoup this money on time to be able to publish for the next edition. It's a long-term project, but we're also trying to go into the area of the Claret radio. It's still in the infant stage. It hasn't come up yet, but it's something we are looking at. And we have Father Hilarion, who studied in Rome, working on that. But I hope at the next meeting or the next time we have a conference, we're able to give a better report and a concrete report.
Okay, Jude, do you hear me, Jude? Jude?
Perfectly. I can hear you very well.
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me?
Very well. Go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead. Welcome.
Greetings from Cameroon. Father Francis is going to talk because Father Francis is the director of publications.
Francis, welcome.
Okay, he's unmuted already.
Okay, good. Okay, so just to give a very brief summary of what the past has been like. We began, that's the Cameroon publications began with learning from bigger organisms like Nigeria and India, and how to go about the publication. And from these people, we learned how to produce the Bible Diary, and we now have the Bible Diary in French and in English as well. We have moved from producing just 2,000 copies to produce now with about 40,000 copies for 8 countries: Mali, Gabon, Niger, Chad, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon. And the Evangelium Bible Diary, it's our major, it's one of our key productions. It's what we have. We, of course, almost similar to what we have with Nigerians as well. This is a very key production of the Cameroon publications, the Evangelium Bible Diary, and it's something that's appreciated by a lot of persons here. It's also in high demand, and we sold practically almost all the copies we produced, so with just very few copies left. Our present situation and how the COVID-19 is affecting our work. Our movement has been, of course, restricted. So most of the activities that we would have loved to carry out are not possible again because movement is being restricted. The bookstore and the Sacramento store has difficulties in sales and in purchasing things because, of course, there's a travel ban and all that. Borders are closed, so it's not easy to get things in here. We have less activities. Most things that we had wanted, certain projects we hoped to carry out are not possible. Again, we would have to postpone till a later time. And we've decided to cut down on the number of copies we would produce this year. Decided to find alternate ways to reach out to people. Our future plans are that we also hope to open a TV and radio station in addition to the audio and video studios that we have already. We also would like to boost our online presence, especially as it concerns spreading the word of God. So this is just a summary of everything we have.
Francis, thank you very much. Most welcome. Thank you, and good luck for all your endeavors. Okay, congratulations. Let me ask Chicago, Father Ferdinand, are you there? Now we can go to Gijo.
Macau Publications history begins from Father Rosa's beginning since 1995, right, Father Rosa? And ever since we began with the publication of the Daily Gospel, our signature product, in Chinese Simplified and Traditional, and that still remains as our bestseller. In traditional, this year, because of the pandemic, we will reduce to 8,000 copies. Chinese Simplified, the sales had gone up to 160,000, but it is steadily coming down to 100,000 now. We are yet to see this year how many copies would be sold. With regard to present crisis of pandemic crisis, Macau government has been very, very thoughtful about how to help these small enterprises like public. But we were still surviving, maintaining our income because of some overseas productions that we did for the United States and some for some secular ventures here in Macau. And so income-wise, we have not gone down, but definitely on the ministry-wise, the reach of the books have gone down. Especially our major market was Hong Kong, and it is definitely hit bad. What about the future? The mobile application is fully ready to be launched. If we launch the digital, then that will challenge us deeply. Okay. What are the new projects going now? We have started now to begin the advertisement for the launch of our Bible, which Father Rosa is preparing. The New Testament and Old Testament together we will launch in Simplified and Traditional. We hope to launch next year. Father Rosa will talk about later. So we have started going around the dioceses in China, wherever we get entry. We keep closer contacts these days with the dioceses, so that we will be able to launch when we have the full translation of the Chinese Bible. We will be able to reach it to them quickly. So this is more or less the future plan.
Thank you, Gijo. Thank you. I know this can be a little bit heavy because we are listening to each other, but let's put a little bit more attention until we finish the round. I'll give a couple of minutes to Divine. Divine has been working with me for 30 years. Divine, China. She's in charge of all the dealings with the Amity, the printing press. Divine, welcome.
Now, we finished all the jobs of Brazil, but due to the pandemic, we've been closed since January. But the company opened last February 15. Most of them work from home. Myself, I still work from home as always. I seldom go out. I become paranoid with the virus. But right now, we finished all the jobs of Brazil, but they asked us to cut it into two. We stopped the shipment. But we were able to send them 5 containers, 5 40-footer containers, only half of what we are supposed to send them, only 100,000 Bibles. So the remaining 100,000 are still here in the warehouse of Amity. And this is supposed to be only for the first half of the year. And I don't know what will happen to the second half, which we already signed contract with the printing press. For our own jobs, we finished some of the jobs of Father Gijo and our own books. And then some of the Bibles that we committed to the Philippines and other countries, we finished shipping them. But our Diario Biblico are finished since June 10. But most of the ports in different countries are closed right now, so quite delicate. Plus, we have to know whether they will accept in the port or not. And there are new regulations also in China. So from time to time, I go and have meetings with them because new rules in the custom, like the payments and the way to ship the documents and so on. So many new rules in China. They are quite strict, and no foreigners can enter China now. they canceled all the visa. But since I am Chinese, I'm locked here.
Okay, thank you, Divine. Thank you. I think that I'm the last one with Father Joe here in Hong Kong. So welcome to China, Hong Kong now. And we are working here as usual. The main work that we do is the new translation of the Bible into Chinese. We have people in 6 different countries, everybody working from home. So the work has been going on, no restrictions, nothing happened to us in that regard. Then also we have a lot of online services that we do for free. We have more than 600 videos available every week. We put some new ones. Several authors that we share in English and Spanish, Chinese. So you're most welcome to be part of that. Some of you are already receiving that. And Father Jos is helping me here. He's also the director of the Catholic newspaper here in Hong Kong. He's a little bit busy. He's also parish priest. And we keep going. So that is all I have to say.
Since we've already finished with this sharing of experiences, let's tie it together. What do we have coming out to us now from all of this? And what exactly do we want to project for the future? I think it will be important to find a way of putting everything together so it's not, put aside.
Yes.
Because of facelift.
இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க அங்க இல்ல சொசை என்ன வேணும் இந்த ஆன்லைன்ல மீட்டிங் நடக்கும் பேர் பத்தாதா
எனக்கு இது யூஸ் பண்ண தெரியாது கஷ்டம் யூஸ் பண்ண தெரியாது
I just wanted to ask us to take probably a couple of minutes, to think about all that we have shared together and ask ourselves, what can we take up from all of this? What direction are we invited to look at now, looking at this whole thing that is happening,
3 tendencies that I noticed, that there is one, the digitization or internet ministry is slowly catching up from many corners, from different publishing houses. This is one that I noticed first. Secondly, everyone still maintains our daily gospel still as our signature product. And the third thing is beginning of economization, thinking about how it is self-supporting has become now a nature that from different corners the financial matters did come in discussion. These are the 3 things that I found in the discussions. Yeah.
So just this whole idea, because I think it should also help us so we're able to take something back, that we need to think in this direction, learning from each other, what each group, what each person can say. He has mentioned three things: the one of digitalization, the economic side of it, and also the third one. You said what?
The daily gospel as the major product.
The Bible as still continues to be the niche.
I think also the emerging publishing houses, they are doing very well in especially in promoting the new products, the Bible Diary or Daily Gospel, whatever it is. So it needs to be encouraged and appreciated.
Do we have a feeling that the way we're going now is sustainable for a long time?
I share that opinion, Father Henry. I think the emerging publication houses are able to learn from the experience of those who have been there for a very long time, and hearing so many people sharing today, I can really confirm that there is hope, and this ministry is becoming more and more sustainable in our different provinces and in the congregation at large.
Brazil?
¿Me oyen ahora sí?
Sí.
Sí.
Muy bien.
Maybe to say that in English, just summary. The way they are working now in Brazil, it's trying to go for ongoing information for the people with many resources online. And they hope, and it's proving that way, that the people will come just later to buy the books. But they are insisting now in the ongoing information of the people at all levels, through the media.
Uma coisa também interessante é que a revista Ave Maria.
So two other things. The magazine that they publish, Ave Maria, it's available for free now online, and that becomes a source of advertisement for them. And they are also producing good quality videos, short ones, and they are offering that online.
John, ¿tienes algo?
Pues, ¿me escucháis?
Sí. So they are trying to find new ways, and given the circumstances, now people working at home and trying to do new things that before they didn't dare to do it, now they are doing it very fast.
Yeah, I think this medium serves a lot of advantages. It also, the pandemic has also a positive side, which is actually recognizing and re-acknowledging, reawakening the importance of the media, especially on these platforms. So a lot could be done, but the disadvantage could be publications online, most are gratuitous, are not paid, unlike when we physically sell. So, but then we can't really remove the fact that there is an advantage also in utilizing and popularizing the media status that we can easily use much effectively in evangelization, just like Claret would have done if he had found himself in our own situation today. So the digital format is a way to be there.
Today, wherever you are in the world, it's possible to do that. We don't need to do this maybe every month or so. There is also the possibility, now that we know more or less a little bit better new places, we can easily with this media, WhatsApp, whatever, have personal contact.
Yes.
And, I think that also in the connecting with the next part, if we digitalize, if we have a center where all these materials come together, we might not need to invent the wheel. Maybe what somebody's doing in one place can be easily applicable to other places. So we need also coordination there.
Father Jay, do you have something?
Yes, Father. Just a simple one.
Okay.
Look, seeing everybody now online tells me that no publishing house has closed despite this pandemic. And that's a good sign. Nobody said we are closing. With that message, I believe I was contemplating on this also during the pandemic. Perhaps this ministry is not just all about business. That this ministry is really guided by the charism of the founder, rooted in his life. And therefore, that allows us to have hope that this ministry is really strong, and by the Spirit's grace allows us to continue. Many times I've asked myself, looking at cash positions, cash reports, sales inventories, I always question myself, will this be enough for a few more years, Lord? But spiritual director, Father Blanco, has always told me, when you look at balance sheets, financial statements, never forget the grace of God, for His providence will always be there. In that way, I decided to calm myself in this storm of the pandemic and say, it's all up to Him. Anyway, it's a ministry given to us by the Lord. That's it, Father.
Thank you very much. Let me just recap. One of the things that came out very strongly is digitalization. It's very important in every sphere of it, has been promoted very much by this situation, through the social media as underscored by Brazil, all the presence they have had there, the audiovisual things that have been done, digitalization has become stronger in the work that has been done. Then the second one is that the pandemic has also given us opportunity to do new things, waters, areas that we have not charted before, but we're getting on it and we are moving on well. I think it's also very positive. The third one is that is also positive is the fact that the emerging publishing houses too are continuing these traditions, and so we have new Bible diaries published in other languages added to what we have already, and then reaching out to the ends of the world. I think it's also a very important thing that we also want to encourage you to go on with. And then a very important point is the one raised lastly by Jay, that this is rooted in the charism of the congregation. Listening to the general when he was speaking at the beginning, he talked about this fact that we have inherited something from our founder, something about him, how he wrote, and what he considered very important, how he considered publication very important. And I think it's also our duty to continue in that direction, evangelization, which also from Argentina, they also mentioned, as something very central to them, which is also for everyone. So, being rooted in this charism is very important and is central in our ministry. Co-extensive with that is the fact that we also have to work out our sustenance. So sustainability, what we do now, is it sustainable for how long? To think in that direction too. And probably that type of reflection will help us to be more daring, to be more audacious in the coming years. Because the theme we're reflecting on for the general chapter is rooted and audacious. So being rooted in the charism of publication and audacious in taking up new things. If it is digitalization, as we are already thinking about it, with the next team we'll be talking about the whole project that we have, then we have to apply ourselves, looking at the future. That means there are things we have to let go in order to let some other things in. You recall our meeting, the presentation of Cristo Rey when he was talking about the theory U in 2018. You let go in order to let in, which is an important thing to lead from the future. You look beyond the present in order to lead from the future. I think these areas are quite important. Rooted in that so that we'll be able to be audacious,
So I will recap what happened in Bangalore so that we will have some launching pad to discuss what is the digital Claret project. All right. So the major task or the resolution that happened was to make a platform together for all the Claret publishing houses. Okay. Now the four goals of the digital project were collective audience. So all the publishing houses will have access to the same audience. Second is to archive all our products. Third is to share resources. And fourth, to digitize our physical books. These were the major goals that were set for the digital project. What are the methods to reach these goals?
It's 10 o'clock.
We said website, online and offline storage, mobile application, a physical office, appointing staff and a clinician, and the budget. What is the progress in this method so far? Website claretonline.org is already launched. Then the highlights of this website, it has a large platform to connect many websites. So claretonline.org is not one website, but a platform to connect many websites with extraordinary amount of storage space. Then it has the capacity to handle many languages. Payment gateways are installed, and then a simple do-it-yourself uploading system. So each publishing house can upload materials to their own portal, but the product that you upload, whatever you decide to share, will go automatically to the share folder. What is remaining in the project on the website? We have to install sale of physical books through one portal for those who want. When all of you shared the websites, I already found that many of you are already doing e-commerce. E-commerce or selling the books on the physical books through the portals. Now,
let me translate. Okay.
Yeah, the challenge on this is that we have to establish a single payment system. That payment will be done in one currency only. And so this becomes the second issue on this is that we need to send books from somebody ordering for a book from the United States for a product that you have in the Philippines. You will have to quote the transportation, the freight charges as well. So that becomes very expensive and uneconomical. So we need to tide over this difficulty. That discussion needs to go beyond today's discussion. So we will discuss this on WhatsApp and other methods, how to reach a conclusion before we instruct the website developers how to go about it. Activating multiple languages, the provision is already given on the website. We have not started. We have completed now Hong Kong updating materials from, not updating, launching materials from Hong Kong, Macau. And now we are beginning with Bangalore with the second publishing house. Once we have connected two publishing houses, then we will look for any bugs in the process. Only after that we will launch into another language. The next one is the challenge of uploading all the daily gospels, the current year daily gospels onto the site. We have over 24 languages in which we are publishing daily gospel or Bible diaries. These have to be uploaded by the respective publishing houses. We will give a portal and a method, which now Nelson and Manoj will explain how this uploading can take place. E-commerce, we need to distinguish between what is e-commerce and what is e-book. Many of us already know, but e-commerce is about selling physical books. And the challenge we already said, but e-books, we can easily sell, but at a moment we will not, in a way that we will not lose the sale of our physical books. Okay. This is a balance, a fine balancing that we need to keep. So our old books can be made available, obsolete books and or those that are not on active sale, we can place on ebook. Once we convert them into an ebook format directly from the InDesign files. So what is important at this juncture for all publishing houses to remember is that every time a book is laid out from the InDesign file itself, kindly keep an EPUB conversion immediately.
Okay.
If there is any confusion on how to convert this into ebook, Nelson from Bangalore will be of service. We go to the progress taking place. Archiving, the process of conversion, Manoj and Nelson will continue. Archiving is initiated in Bangalore. A few challenges that everyone needs to think about when we are doing the archiving, when archiving from Bangalore is completed, are these. First, that we need to have one person connected to Nelson who will have access to the InDesign files of all our books. If any publishing house doesn't have an expertise to do this, then we can inform Nelson in advance so that he can guide somebody there how to do the conversion or send the original files by WeTransfer softwares. One of the goals were about sharing resources, and for that, we will install our previous books or previous daily gospels onto this portal, but entry will be restricted to only the members or only publishing house members, but with a password, a temporary password. Mobile application is not yet commenced. Other things to discuss is the physical office in Bangalore, which Manoj will share, and then about the budget already spent, Father Rosa, you will share a few words. Over to Manoj.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. As Father Jijo already said, the proposal to begin the digital or archival of all the contents began in the meeting that we had in Bangalore in 2018. We started our project seriously, appointing 2 part-time staff. They are working from their own places, and they have laid a platform for our digital archive by hosting a website. And now you can see that website, it is live. As Father Jijo said, the name of the website is claretonline.org, and Father Rosa has already uploaded a lot of materials into it. And now our duty is to archive all the books and all other materials that we have in our publications.
Okay, Manoj, I'll translate what you said, summarizing. After the meeting in 2018 February, we started with the preparation of this office and the program.
Oh, you have to speak Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah. That is after 2 hours of being here, right? We are a little tired. Okay, switch.
Now we have to start our work seriously because the digitalization and archiving of all our materials, it is a huge content that we have, and we need a lot of space, and we have spoken with our software engineers, and we have purchased a server, and also we have started working on it. Okay. And once we start uploading our digital content, we can't make it like we can't try, or it's not a trial and error basis, because we'll have to seriously upload all our contents, and before that we need to check everything, because it goes to public, or whether it is secure, or is there any accessibility to the publics. So we need to think about all the safety measures before we begin archiving all our contents. Therefore, we are planning to begin with the 2 publications, Hong Kong, Macau, and Bangalore. And we try from these 2 publications uploading some of our materials and fixing all the glitches that we have before we take other publications. And other publications, publishing houses, if they have any suggestions, or if you feel some other way of archiving, or if you have anything, you can share with us, so that we can, because once we start archiving, it is very difficult to change the base. because we have to lay the base, which is very important, and it will be very difficult to undo all that we are doing initially. And archiving of these materials, books will be in, I think, two formats, PDF and EPUB format. And we can also share our art and designs for our Bible diaries and for books, etc. If it is needed, then that has to be archived in the source file format.
Yeah.
And only the original works will be archived in our websites, because when there are copyright issues, that can create a lot of issues. So only the original. Yeah, the last thing is to have more cooperation between our publishing houses and openness to share our contents and to make it available for the congregation at large.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all from me, Father.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I think I'd like to say something on this archiving. When I presented it here at this conference room in the general government, it was actually very well accepted and applauded, because it's a way of guarding the intellectual good of the congregation. There are some books, there are some publications that have been made that now we don't have the physical books, and even what has been done, we can't even find it anymore in any digital form. And given the history of publication in the congregation and all the things that have been done in the past, it will also be a little bit irresponsible if we can't guard that properly. So I think it's something that I want us to take very seriously when we have, even if it's just to archive everything, we know we are in possession of everything that we have done as a congregation together, archived. The things that we'll use them for later on can come, but at least this whole part of digitalization of everything, I think, is an important thing. Father, please do the summary.
Let me say just a parenthesis. The server will have to be quite big. I have 4 or 5 teras, only one. I don't know about you.
So I think also the last point that was raised by Manoj is important. Not to think about oneself, but beyond that is the whole fact that we're working together as a congregation, and that part of it is important. That it's not a work for a few, but it's working together as a whole, and working together as a whole means then we have to have that common vision for ourselves. So it's not to say it's a project of 1-2 persons. No, it's everyone's project. So whatever thing we have published, whatever it may be that we have rights to, then should all be archived so that the congregation can say, yes, we have the archive of all the materials we have published. Just as we are trying to digitalize the general archive of the congregation now. We are beginning with the photographs now, the archive of the congregation itself. So this is important.
I think, Henry, that's enough for today, right? I think the 45 minutes have gone already. It's good to be together. You see, we've never been together that many people in a meeting of publishers since we started the meeting of publishers in 1985, okay? In Germany the first time. So now there are more people, and this is a good way that we can get together. And we can continue this getting together partially, maybe, when we talk only with one publishing house. It's so easy now with the media that we have. So my thank you very much for being available tonight, today, this morning, this afternoon, wherever it is, the time is in the world where you are right now.
Thank you very much for your availability, everybody. Divine, it's good to see you again. We thank you all for the work that you're doing. But like I said at the beginning, we have this meeting in September of the Prophets of Apostolate. And one of the days on the 12th, if I'm not mistaken, that 12th or 11th of September will be the day I will have to talk with them. And then I have indicated to Father Rosa, he will also have a time, to talk with them, which will range from all our concerns so that those also will be part of what will be reflected upon by not just the prefects of apostolate, but also the entire congregation in the 26th general chapter next year. So if by any means there will be need to call up another meeting for this in order to have a more systematized way of presenting our ideas during this meeting with the prefects of apostolate, please, I will appeal that you try and create that time. It may just be 1 hour, so that he can also put the thoughts together to be able to present something to them. Okay.
Thank you very much. Shall we finish with the same prayer that we had at the beginning?
Yes, but maybe one person will say it and others will listen.
Very good. So we volunteer.
So Divine will say for us.
Divine, can you read? Go ahead, Divine.
The Son, the Holy Spirit, us to follow your Son Jesus Christ. You send us like the apostles and our founder, Saint Anthony Mary Claret, to announce the good news of salvation throughout the world. Rooted in you and in the love of our neighbor, we ask you to send us your Spirit so that we may discern your will for our congregation in this 26th general chapter. As sons of the heart of Mary, we entrust you with our pilgrimage so that our life mission being transformed, we may be daring and credible messengers of the gospel. Amen.
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 Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Jay. Thank you.
Good night, Father.